fall, the stars themselves seemed to move. Sensors across half the galaxy picked up enormous displacements of matter, vast gravitational anomalies forming and dissolving near relay gates. Civilian freighters reported glimpses of shapes too massive to be merchant convoys. The whispers began. The Terrans are moving. A Dominion scout ship confirmed it. A human armada spanning sectors had risen from Earth. Not one fleet, not two, dozens. Carriers with hulls darker than space, dreadnoughts whose reactors glowed like caged stars, cruisers with designs unseen in any database. And still silence. No warning, no declaration, just movement, steady, relentless, inevitable. The storm unleashed. It began at Vair Outpost, a Dominion fortress carved into an asteroid belt. The garrison never even sent a distress signal. One moment they monitored the void. The next, every Dominion ship was gone, reduced to expanding clouds of debris. Witnesses spoke of shadows eclipsing suns. The Terran dreadnoughts did not maneuver like ships, but like continents torn from Earth itself, wielding firestorms that erased entire flotillas in seconds. Then came the human voice at last, broadcast not in rage but in steel. This is the United Terran Command. For every life extinguished on Calvith, 100 Dominion vessels will burn. You brought war to our people. Now we bring silence to yours. Every Dominion world with a fleet garrison felt the hammer. Hyper-relay hubs collapsed under pinpoint bombardments. Shipyards turned to slag. Proud war barges, once feared across the galaxy, cracked apart like eggshells before human railfare. And there was no negotiation, no surrender accepted, only annihilation. Fire across the stars. The Dominion had believed themselves unmatched. They had built their empire on terror, on swift raids and overwhelming intimidation. But against Earth, their arrogance became their executioner. Terran carriers opened their bays, unleashing swarms of fighters guided by precision AIs, fast, merciless, unrelenting. Human infantry, encased in exosuits bristling with rail weaponry, descended upon fortress worlds like iron storms. The battles were not battles, they were reckonings. At Reed Station, Dominion admirals tried to rally. They launched their vaunted flagship fleet, 1,000 ships strong. The Terrans met them with 3,000. The engagement lasted 17 minutes. When it ended, space itself seemed to burn with the wreckage of the Dominion. Survivors drifted, muttering in disbelief. They blotted out the sun. On Krezhal Prime, the Dominion's throne world, alarms rang as human ships appeared above the atmosphere, silent, unyielding. The bombardment was not total. It was surgical, precise, yet merciless. Government palaces disintegrated. Command nodes evaporated. Dominion leadership was erased in a storm of plasma and railfare. The humans did not seek conquest. They sought erasure. The final silence. And then it ended. Within 3 months of Calvith's destruction, the Dominion was gone. Not crippled, not weakened. Gone. Its fleets shattered, its worlds abandoned, its leadership reduced to whispers. Entire star systems fell silent, their banners burned away. The Terran Armadas, vast as they were, did not linger. They did not plant flags, did not claim thrones. They simply left ruin in their wake, then vanished back into the dark from which they came. Only one message remained, left on every channel the Dominion once used. Never provoke Earth again. The galaxy, watching from afar, shuddered. The myth of human softness had been shattered. Their patience was great, but their vengeance was infinite. Now in every council chamber the words are spoken in hushed tones. Do not awaken the Terran wrath. Do not make Earth rise again. The stars requiet the night, the Veyer Collective struck. Their warships, angular and black like shards of obsidian, fell upon Cryo Station, one of humanity's frontier trade hubs, without warning and without hesitation. Hundreds of civilian freighters, science vessels, and passenger liners orbited there, unguarded, peaceful, believing themselves safe in neutral territory. The Veyer did not announce themselves. They did not demand surrender. They simply descended with beams of emerald light, shredding hulls, turning fragile stations into tumbling wreckage. The screams of thousands echoed across the comm channels before static consumed them. Cargo bays filled with fire. Oxygen vented into the void. Entire families, entire crews, erased in moments. On the Veyer command bridge, Admiral Rathier observed the slaughter with detached calm. His voice, slithering and cold, carried a note of satisfaction. Earth breeds too quickly. Their colonies multiply like insects. This will remind them of their place. They are prey, nothing more. The officers around him chuckled in rasping tones. Within hours, Cryo Station was gone. Wreckage spun silently around the planet below, a graveyard of twisted steel and drifting bodies. The Veyer had left no survivors. And when they broadcast their message across the sector, it was not an apology. It was a warning. Humans are weak. Their Earth is distant, fragile, too bound by morality to answer. Their colonies are open. Their fleets obsolete. The galaxy must know. Humanity is powerless before the collective. The feed ended with laughter. And for a brief, fleeting moment, the galaxy believed them. The mockery of silence. The Veyer celebrated loudly. They replayed the destruction of Cryo Station in their arenas, audiences roaring with laughter as human ships cracked apart in fire. In taverns across their worlds, the phrase "Earth Powerless" became a toast. Merchants from other species echoed the sentiment, some nervously, others with opportunistic smiles. Humanity, they whispered, would grieve but never retaliate. Too civilized, too restrained, too slow. The Veyer counselors spoke boldly at their assemblies. Humans fight only when cornered. They are diplomats, traders, builders, but not warriors. Their time as galactic equals has ended. From now on, they will kneel. Even allies of humanity hesitated. To stand with Earth was to risk annihilation. Who would defy the collective's fleets? Who would wager on a species known more for music, for art, for patient dialogue, than for war? But the silence of Earth was not weakness. It was a storm gathering. Inside the Sol system, transmission lines went dark. Civilian chatter vanished from the void. Where once there was commerce and movement, now there was a wall of silence. Probes approaching too close simply disappeared, burned from the black without explanation. Earth did not protest. Earth did not beg. Earth did not explain. Earth prepared. The breaking of the silence. It began like a whisper in the dark. A Veyer scout ship, patrolling near the neutral zone, detected something vast and metallic eclipsing the stars. Its commander laughed at first, thinking it an asteroid. Then the silhouette unfolded, impossibly large, layered with hull plating thicker than cities. It was not an asteroid. It was a dreadnought. Its transponder lit up with a single chilling identifier, Sol's Vengeance. The scout's crew had no time to report. One beam of searing light cut them apart. From that moment on, every listening post in the galaxy heard the same message, carried on every frequency, in every tongue. This is Earth. You killed our people, you mocked our silence, now hear our answer. The void erupted. From the black of space, fleets emerged, armadas of steel and fire, carriers the size of continents, cruisers bristling with rail cannons, swarms of escort ships moving in disciplined, terrifying silence. They rose from Mars, from Luna, from hidden docks buried deep within the asteroid belt. Humanity had not been idle. Every shipyard that once built commerce vessels had been turned into forges of war. Every scientist who once studied stars now built weapons to extinguish them. The galaxy watched in horror as Earth's fleet spread like wildfire across the map, seizing warp lanes, cutting off the Veyer's supply lines with clinical precision. For centuries, humans had been underestimated, their patience mistaken for cowardice, their silence mistaken for submission. Now the truth was revealed. Humanity did not lack the power to strike. Humanity simply waited until the strike would end everything. Armadas of retribution. The first retaliation fell upon the Veyer border world of Thrask. Its orbital defenses lit the skies, confident in their strength,